boys and girls. Your old pal Stevie Coyle here at Mighty Fine Guitars in Lafayette, California with a Friday noontime webcast. There are lots of these on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. So check them out. They'll all be kind of stacked up in a channel of mine, either a Stevie Coyle channel or a Mighty Fine Guitars channel. And today I've got possibly one of the most gorgeous guitars I've ever seen. Look at this. There's the back, Brazilian rosewood. And there's the face. I think this is a bearclaw Sitka. And fabulously beautiful. Some guitars shout at you from across the room, and other guitars get kind of enrapture you once you get close on the visual front. This one I think does both. Boy, I would sneak up on this one from across the room and say, what do you got there? It's got some lovely abalone binding and purfling, but it's this sunburst that is, there's sunbursts and there are sunbursts. This one is 3D. This one is lenticular. It's got depth to it. It's just quite astonishing. All of that is just a bonus because it is a fabulous guitar as well. Bourgeois guitar from 2004, Dana Bourgeois, from 2004. It's the JOMC, the Jumbo OM Cutaway. JOMC, J-O-M-C, Jumbo OM Cutaway. This just came in yesterday. I haven't even changed the strings on it. And the person who owns it says, I don't remember the last time I changed the strings. So this is really the acid test. Even with old strings, it does that. And I didn't want to pop on new strings for you because then it'll sound like it will sound for a day or two or a week at most for most of us. Beautifully balanced and big sound. Now the OM body is the Martin specification. OMs and triple O's are the same body size that a lot of people, myself included, and Eric Schoenberg included over there in Tiburon, he's one of the guys that brought the OM body back. He and Dana Bourgeois brought them back because they talked to Martin and said, you know what, best guitar you ever made, this is back in the 80s, best guitar you ever made was the OM triple O. And to prove it, we want to build some up for you. And so they did, and Martin said, you know, you're right, these are awfully great guitars. We've been building nothing but dreadnoughts all through much of the late 60s and certainly through the 70s. Oh, you know what? I should make sure if things are happening here. Excuse me while I check and make sure that you're there and I'm here. And let's see. Should be right here. Looks like something is happening. Good for us. Okay. Whoever's online there, are you hearing things okay? Let me play a little bit for you, and I'll play later as well. The setup is terrific on this. It's a real easy play. It's really long scale. It's on the wide side. It's on the high side of 25.5. This is a custom guitar, so it's got some custom features not found on the ordinary models. The nut, for example, is 1 and 23/32. Kind of splits the difference between the 1 and 11/16, which you'd find on most dreadnoughts and Gibsons, Martin dreadnoughts and Gibsons, and lots of guitars. Kind of maximized for strumming or single note play, and 1 3/4, which is kind of maximized for fingerstyle play. So this splits the difference. Very Solomon of you, Dana. Are you getting sound there? Let me hit you up again for some vibe on the sound. Hi, Johnny K. There you are. Hi, Bunny. Yo. Okay, good. Only a multi-Brazilianaire. Oh, God help us. Hello from the West Bay. Very good. Yes, beautiful. Sounds good. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to know. Wow, it's really something. And look at the way it looks. This is kind of ridiculous. a sweetie. What a sweet guitar. Bunny, are you doing your show today? Are you doing your 5 on Friday, 3 on Friday, 4 for the rest of us? Hike. Are you doing your show today? Feel free to tout it here if you have not already. Oh, thank you, Bunny. Thank you. That's high praise from Bunny. Bunny's a terrific fingerstyler herself. And she's got a little online show she does. I think it's still every Friday. Let us know, Bunny, by all means. You have a live gig. Even better. No webcast, I'm guessing. This does just what I would expect a jumbo OM to do. Body is thicker, it's a little wider in all dimensions, but not all the way up. This splits the difference between an OM triple O style body and a dreadnought. And it's got a little more bass, got considerably more bass. It really rumbles, but it's still got that clarity. And because the waist is not as wide as it would be on a dreadnought, dreadnoughts are almost triangular. Martin-style dreadnoughts are kind of almost triangular, which makes the waist very wide, which pushes the guitar up and kind of makes things uncomfortable for lots of people, even guys that are 6'3". It can be a little tricky getting the arm up and over. This one, the body is extra deep, so you want to make sure and come in and play the guitar and see if it fits you. Lovely thing, isn't it? Comments and questions? Let me check and see here. Hey, Matthew. Hi, Jerry. Hey, Mary. Yeah, let's get Scott on here, Mary. What do you say? Great sounding and looking guitar. Isn't it gorgeous, Danny? My goodness. This guitar was in the shop years ago, and it sold very quickly. And there was a gentleman who remembered it, who came in recently. I think this guitar sold 10 years ago, maybe 11 years ago. And a gentleman came in and said, you know, whatever happened to that Bourgeois guitar, that Sunburst? And I said, oh man, I know the one you mean. I know right away the one you mean. I said, the nice lady bought it, and she's hung on to it ever since. He said, do you suppose she'd ever sell it? And I thought, well, it's kind of tacky to ask somebody, gee, you know that guitar you bought from me years ago? But a conversation happened to come up, you know, between us. And I said, you know, by any chance? And she said, you know, funny you mention. We were just talking about that, and she's moved on to other instruments, doesn't really play this, and so wanted to bring it back in and move it along. She said what so many people say when they bring guitars in here, kind of blowing my karma because I'm not playing this gorgeous guitar and somebody should. And this has had very light wear. It's not exactly a new guitar. There's a few little things on it here and there, tiny. But it still looks like this, and it plays like this, and it sounds like this. So this will be up on the website. All the specs and everything will be up on the website real soon. Haven't even decided where to put the price tag on this. Probably somewhere high 8s or 9-ish, I'm guessing, compared to what it sold for 11 years ago and what it is and how things have appreciated since then. So we'll see. We'll see. That's still to be determined. TBD. Hi there, Monty. Ever deserved. It was a $3.49. Ah. Sigh. I know. Hey there, Gary. Nice to see you. Very good. Hey, John. Good. I feel like Miss Nancy, and I see XYZ. And so, you know what I might do in a forthcoming week is restring this. I wanted to give you a comparison of what a guitar can sound like when you know it's the guitar that sounds great, and it doesn't matter the age of the strings on here. These are some 80-20 strings that have been on there we don't know how long. Like I say, the lady that owned it has a very light touch and she's put very little wear on the guitar itself. But even with not the freshest strings, it sounds like this. Because it's extra long scale, this is kind of one of the things I kind of need to do. Long scale guitars give you the opportunity to hit a string harder without it rattling when you tune down, and intonate a bit better when you're coming up the neck. So it's this is a very long scale guitar. This is, like I say, on the far side of 25.5. How does that go? There it is. I'm remembering the song right before your eyes. We'll put him in the ground 6 feet down till you hear that coffin sound. You can weep and you can moan, that old boy ain't never coming home. Another man done a full go round, another man done a full go round. We can tell our tales, we can laugh and joke, ponder all day about the words he spoke. You can weep and you can moan, but that old boy ain't never coming home. Another man done a full go round, another man done a full go round. You really hit it hard and it just roars, it rumbles. I say it roars and it rumbles. Shh, you be quiet. Delicious 2004 Dana Bourgeois JOMC at Mighty Fine Guitars. I'm Stevie Coyle. The shop is in Lafayette, California. Some news for you: the quitters are quitting. We're winding up the project, moving on to other adventures at the end of this year. So come and see us. Come and see us. We've got a few shows left. We're really looking forward to them. And then I'll be doing some solo stuff, and Glenn will be off doing some other bandy stuff. So who knows what's coming up next? But for sure, I'll be doing some solo stuff. Stay tuned for that. You can always find out what I'm up to at steviecoyle.com, la-di-da, on Facebook. I'll take this video, for example, and bounce it over to Instagram, and then up to YouTube as well. So tell your friends if you can think of somebody that you think would really enjoy a 2004 fantastic Dana Bourgeois guitar. Let me know. Hit me up. If you have comments and questions, I'll always like to keep the videos fairly short. But if you have comments and questions, stack them up down below here, and I'll get to them as quick as I can. And I'll respond pronto, either here or depending on where you post, here, Instagram, or on YouTube. Thanks very much for tuning in, the Friday Noontime webcast. It's great to see you all. I'll be back next week. Down the road, everybody. Safe travels out there. And vote, please.